Apparently, Mountain Valley Pipeline, they're getting a little nutty because they decided to cut down a tree with a live tree protester in the air 15 feet away. Watch this. If you see these legs here, that is a protester who's been up in the trees for weeks, and they're cutting down next to another tree, and if they do it the wrong way, this protester could literally fall, and God knows, either be killed or be severely injured. This is the fossil fuel company. That's really, really reckless. Unbelievably reckless. And here is what this protester had said. The tree MVP is cutting will crush me if it falls the wrong way. They call him Ink. Just think about that. MVP is cutting a tree with a human being right there. They don't care. If it fell the wrong way, he'd be either dead or severely injured. But as we saw at the Dakota Access Pipeline, as we've seen with other pipelines, these pipeline companies, they're construction workers, they're private security workers, they just don't give a damn. Not one damn. Really shameful. Really shameful. Fortunately, he didn't get hurt because, as I could show you, Ilk has climbed into a neighboring tree to try and stop MVP from cutting it down. So, as they were cutting down a tree right next to him, he decided to climb in another tree. I don't know if he was able to stop them, but he climbed in another tree. It's kind of hard to see there, but that's him up there. And he was trying to stop them from cutting down that tree. So this guy, Ilk, another, what I view to be a hero, but these construction workers for the company, they don't care. If the guy dies, he dies. Just, you know, collateral damage on the balance sheet, right? And here is an update. This page is called Little Teal Crossing. Hey, message the page if you were able to show up in the coming days. Again, this is in Virginia. This was in Franklin County, Virginia. This morning at Little Teal Crossing, Mountain Valley Pipeline began cutting enormous oak trees approximately 20 feet from Ink, the remaining tree sitter. Ink climbed across the canopy to stop the workers as folks from Franklin, Montgomery, and Roanoke counties assembled at the base to protect Ink. Protectors stood at the limit of disturbance, LOD, the outer boundary of the easement, to attempt to stop cutting. Disrupted and frustrated, the company called the local sheriff's department, who informed the landowner that they would not remove people standing near the limit of disturbance, even if it is too close for the workers to safely cut inside of the easement. The police left and claimed that it is a federal issue that they will not intervene in. That's not true, but whatever. About a month ago in Bent Mountain, community members repeatedly assembled on limits of disturbance during tree cutting. Every time Mountain Valley Pipeline was forced to stop cutting because it was too dangerous, the only thing that allowed Mountain Valley Pipeline to continue was the false claim by the Roanoke County Police that OSHA rules apply to bystanders as well as workers, and that it was therefore illegal for people to stand close to cutting. This extra-legal enforcement by Roanoke County cops is currently being challenged in court. We know now that Franklin County is a different situation. Thank you to everyone who assembled today to protect Ink, and to those who will continue to use this information to do what is right. Little and Teal creeks have been full of mud and sediment this past week as heavy rain has washed silt from MVP's construction into the waterways. The Department of Environmental Quality is en route to LTC, that would be Little Teal Crossing, to assess the situation. MVP's erosion and sediment permits are also currently being challenged in court. These trees and the power they hold to sustain life would not be here if we were not here. Likewise, because of these trees, we are here able to protect life and stop the pipeline. As Inc. has said, quote, "We're reinforcing each other's lives right now. The tree is still here because I'm still here, and I'm here because it's here. Today was scary, but we refuse to back down without a fight. Message the page if you're able to show up in the coming days," and that is Little Teal Crossing on Facebook. And there is another page if you're interested in continual updates, Appalachians Against Pipelines. That's where I've in part stayed updated on what's going on here. Here you go for that page, Appalachians Against Pipelines. So you got Little Teal Crossing, Appalachians Against Pipelines, bunch of other pages that you could find by going to those pages. But it's really just, at this point, it's open season on human beings, and it's open season on people who exercise the First Amendment. The police aren't out there protecting the protester from not getting killed as construction workers for a fossil fuel company endanger their lives. They don't care. And, there's some trolls who will say, well, they shouldn't be out there, stopping the pipeline. It's unlawful. Well, what would you do if a bomb was being planted under your home or your forest or your waterways? Would you just say, well, let me just move and let you do it? So for these, pro-pipeline, pro-fracking, natural gas pipelines never explode, crude oil pipelines never leak. Well, I've got news for you. Just Google it. They do.